Hello friends, how are you all? I hope you all are doing great. So in this class we are going to discuss the SDGs one by one. As I already told you in the first lesson of sustainable development, there are 17 goals and 169 target. So we are going to learn about this one by one in our upcoming classes. Okay, and I already told you in the previous class that how SDGs were different from Millennium Development Goals. Okay, and we see that what were the positives, what changes did it accomplished, and what are the gaps that are still left for the SDG to fill. Okay, it was the most successful anti-poverty program also. So now let us begin with our uh, SDG 1. Sorry, this is SDG, Sustainable Development Goals. Okay, so our first goal is no poverty. As we all know, a staggering 800 million people still live in condition of extreme poverty, with 1 in 5 people living on less than USD dollar 1.5 a day. Okay, so extreme poverty present one of the most urgent crises of our time. While the number of the people living in extreme poverty has declined by more than half since 1990, a great deal needs more to be done. So now let's see why this is very important. Why this is important? Why is this important? Okay. So poverty is more than just the lack of income or the excess of resources. It manifests itself in diminished opportunity for education, social discrimination, and the inability to participate in decision-making progress. For instance, in a developing country, children in the poorest household are 4 times less likely to be in school than those of the richest. So you must have got the overview that why this is really very important to eradicate the poverty. The next question will be, how can we address it? How can we address it? So ending poverty in all its form everywhere forms the first goal of the 2030 Sustainable Development Agenda. It calls for ensuring social protection, enhancing access to basic services, and building resilience against the impact of natural disasters which can cause severe damage to the people's resources and their livelihood. Also, the international community agrees through the Sustainable Development Agenda for 2030 that economic growth must be inclusive, especially of the most poor and vulnerable, and aims to eradicate extreme poverty for all people everywhere in the next 15 years. So now let's check it out what India has contributed for this goal, because since this SDGs were globally oriented. Okay, so every country was involved, but they were all independent. Okay, so let's talk about India now regarding the SDG 1, that is no poverty. So between 2012-13, global reduction in extreme poverty was driven mainly by Asia, notably China and India. Despite the fact that India has made tremendous progress in halving down its poverty headcount ratio by 2011-12, it still remains at 21% of the population. Nearly 80% of these poor live in rural areas, and eradicating poverty is at the core of India's national priorities. So the government of India has many progressive schemes to tackle the menace of this poverty. So let us study these schemes one by one, and most of them we have already covered in the poverty section, which I have already uploaded the full section of poverty on my channel. So you can go back there and learn that study that scheme from there itself. So we will be discussing the schemes which we have not discussed in that poverty section. Okay, so let me tell you scheme one by one. First is National Urban Livelihood Mission, that is NULM, which we have already covered. Okay, second is National Rural Employment, or you can just write it down at MGNREGA. Okay, this also we have covered on our report on poverty. Third is NRLM. Okay, that is National Rural Livelihood Mission. This also we have already done. Fourth one is NSAP, that is National Social Assistance Programs. That is also this is also we have covered in our series of poverty. Fifth is PMJDY, that is Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana. Okay, so let's study from here. Okay, this is new. So PMJDY is a national mission for financial inclusion to ensure access to financial services, namely banking, saving and deposit accounts, remittances, credit, insurance, pension in an affordable manner. Its objective was that banking for all by providing basic banking account with a debit card that includes inbuilt accident insurance. Okay, so now let me tell you some special benefit that were covered under this PMJDY. Okay, so first one is that they received the interest on deposits. Second is accidental insurance cover of 1 lakh rupees. Third is no minimum balance required. Fourth is the scheme provide life cover of rupees 30,000 payable on the death of beneficiary, subject to the fulfillment of the eligibility condition. Okay, fifth point is that easy transfer of money across the India. Sixth point is that beneficiaries of government schemes will get direct benefit transfer in these accounts. Seventh point is after satisfactory operation of the account for 6 months, and overdraft facility will be permitted. And the last point is that overdraft facility up to rupees 5,000 is available in only one account per household, preferably lady of the household. Okay, so this was all about this PMJDY. Sixth one is, this is also new, Atal Pension Yojana. So this APY provides a defined pension depending on the contribution and its period. This APY will be focused on all citizens in the unorganized sector who join the National Pension System Scheme administered by the Pension Fund Regulatory and Development Authority, also known as PFRDA. Under the APY, the subscriber would receive the fixed minimum pension of rupees 10,000 per month. Okay, 2,000 per month. 1,000 per month to 5,000 per month, depending on their contribution. Okay, this was all dependent on their contribution. Okay, this was the range of the pension, fixed minimum pension. If I talk about the minimum age of joining APY is 18 years and the maximum is 40 years. So okay, 18 to 40 years. So now let's see about the eligibility criteria. So APY is open to all bank account holders. The central government contributed 50% of the total contribution, or rupees 1,000 per annum, whichever is lower, to each eligible subscriber account for a period of 5 years. Okay, so this was all about APY, and our first sustainable development goal, that is no poverty topic, is finished. In the next class we will study the second goal, that is zero hunger. Okay, so I will meet you in the next class. Till then, goodbye, take care and stay healthy. Okay guys, bye.